Ended up, on a different journey, but I mean, here we're still, we're still on that journey. We're in the semi-finals.
How did that turnabout come around?
As a group of players, we've been steadily improving as the year has gone on, and we're very unlucky in a couple of results in the league. And instead of going to a semi-final, we ended up in a relegation dogfight against Dublin, and those two matches stood us to good stead. And as I say, we've improved steadily throughout the championship so far, from the Westmeath to the Offaly to the Kilkenny game, the Leinster final. And it was hugely important as a team to get the win, but it's just another step along the way for us now, and we're a step closer to where we want to be. And next step is Cork and the All-Ireland semi-final.
Kilkenny have been the team that other counties have measured themselves by over the past number of years, having got the better of them in the Leinster final. Where do you think Galway rank amongst other counties at the moment?
It was a good performance from us on the day, but it must be taken in context. I think Kilkenny were missing a couple of key players and probably underperformed a bit on the day, and we hurled very well as a team, and it was just on the day we got the victory. But one swallow doesn't make a summer. It's important for us now to put up another huge display again in the All-Ireland semi-final, and hopefully that display will be enough to get us the win.
When you look at your own involvement, Fergal, you've gone from being plagued with injury over the past number of years to leading Galway to their first Leinster title. What has it meant for yourself personally?
It's a hugely proud moment for me, to first of all to lead Galway out in any game, be it a league match or be it a championship match, and to lift a bit of silverware in Croke Park was was a hugely proud moment for myself and my family, and one I won't forget. But as I say, I'm just delighted to be part of a Galway setup, to be fit and be part of an improving team. We've good management set up, and it's great to be training now on into August and looking forward to an All-Ireland semi-final against Cork.
You're now facing into that semi-final meeting with Cork, having got the better of them in the National League and coming in off the back of that Leinster title win. How confident are Galway heading into this tie? Well,
obviously you're confident after winning, a Leinster final, but Cork have generated a lot of momentum in the knockout stages of the qualifiers, and they have a couple of wins under their belt coming in now, and they're going to be a massive test for us, and it's going to be a 50-50 game on the day. It's going to come down to who plays the best, and it's up to us now to improve on our performance that we put in against Kilkenny. We'll have to up it another level in the intensity stakes, and we'll have to up our performance all around the pitch, and if we can do that, I think we'll be very competitive, and we should be thereabouts come the final whistle.
For Dean Donald, Cork will take a lot of positives from it, from the impact that the substitutes had to turn in that 3-point deficit around to a 3-point win in the closing stages. But what was the most pleasing aspect of that performance for you?
Yeah, well, I think we started very well in that game that day, and for the first 15 minutes things were looking very well for us. Between that period and the last 10 minutes, though, I don't think we played very well in, and that the performance left a lot to be desired from everybody's point of view. But I think the finish was very heartening from our point of view, is as well having the bench, offloading the bench, and the impact that those guys had on the team, be it a mixture of younger lads coming on or the likes of John Gardner coming in and centre back and doing very well. That was very pleasing for the group.
Do you think a similar performance would be enough to get the better of Galway?
Well, looking at Galway in the Leinster final, their performance that day was outstanding really, and the intensity and the high work rate and the skill that they brought to the game was on another level to anything that we've been involved with this year. You only need to go back to last year when Galway absolutely hammered us down in Limerick, and when you look at that performance against ourselves, you look at Galway's performance in the league final, I think at the moment we're 8-1 outsiders to win the All-Ireland title, whereas everybody else has much shorter odds. Then we're under no illusion in terms of the challenge that we face against Galway.
I've been watching your own progress on Twitter, Donald. How's your recovery going?
Yeah, I think the nature of the injury is that it's slow in its nature in terms of the rehab, but I'm very lucky. I have a very strong support network around me, a very strong medical team down here in Cork with Declan O'Sullivan and Dr. Con Murphy, and we're working as hard as we can on it, but it's just by its nature, it's a slow rehab.
Whether it's on or off the field, I've no doubt that you're having a massive influence on the players, but how difficult is it for you to be watching this game from the sidelines?
Well, I think, Jim, look, it's just one of these things you have to accept. It's totally out of my control what's after happening to me. I think I've accepted it from very early days, and I was delighted when Jimmy asked me to stay involved, and basically anything that those guys, Jimmy or Ger or any of the selectors, want me to do, I'm there to do it and contribute in any way I can, and I'm delighted to be still involved. And I've been on the Cork senior hurling team since 1996, and to be honest, I don't know anything else in any of my summers, so I'm delighted to be still there.
Cosúla gána go campa annach lú annach natáil